With YouTube demonetizing independent media, please consider becoming a patron today for just $1 per month. Link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Clerks is one of my all-time favorite movies. I remember when I first saw it, I was 15. I rented it from the library upon the recommendation of the guy who worked there, and I've been in love ever since. I watched the $23,000 black and white film more times than I care to count. I can quote the movie pretty well, and I love the Views universe. And I thought Clerks 2 was a fantastic follow-up to the film, and one that ultimately never really needed a third movie, but I was always on board to see it, because I always wanted more Randall and Dante, and I always felt that we as fans got completely hosed by ABC with how they handled the Clerks the animated series. Which, just as a quick side note, I'd like you to ask yourself a simple question. If you were stuck on a desert island, and answer this in the chat, if you were stuck in a desert island and all you could bring was either the entire 30 seasons or 29 seasons of The Simpsons, or the 6 episodes of Clerks animated series, which would you bring? And I know you might think to yourself, well, clearly it's going to be Simpsons, but no. Think back to the Clerks animated series and ask yourself, which one would you rather bring? And I guarantee you the answer is going to surprise you. But it says here that the Clerks 3 isn't happening, and Kevin Smith now talks about why. So he's set to begin work on Jay and Silent Bob reboot, but Clerks 3 isn't going to happen anytime soon, and he revealed why it was dead. Now, he says here that you need 4 people to make a Clerks movie. For a while, one of the Clerks did not want to be involved. I wrote the script. He dug the script. He was just like, yeah, don't want to do it. It took me years to get him to a place where, oh, maybe I'll do this. And then it looked like we were moving forward. We had to loot for it. $8 million. That was the budget. So Clerks 3 has a script that's written. Obviously, he's referring to Jeff Anderson here. Okay, he's clearly, well, he confirmed it in the previous paragraph that it was Jeff Anderson. And everyone loves the movie for Dante. Okay, was it Sexy Randall, the Pharaoh wizard? Right, and so it's everyone loves Randall. Randall is that property, right? He is. Jeff Anderson's portrayal is, and I just would love to see him come back. They had $8 million. That is literally. If I recall correctly, that's $2 million more than what the budget was on Clerks 2. Clerks 2 had like a $6 million budget. It was a very small budgeted film. And they had it all in place. And then he says here, one of the 4 main characters did not want to be involved. They quickly spiraled out of control in a big, bad way and wound up not happening, and probably could never happen after the stream of events that hit a wall. And sometimes that's a wall you can't get over. So yeah, sadly, that gets put to the side. Now, here's just a question. This is just me as a fan putting this out there to the universe, asking you, those who have watched this video and are fans of Kevin Smith and fans of the Views universe, if we were to create, let's just say, a change.org petition, right? If we were to put out a change.org petition asking that Jeff Anderson come back as Randall one last time to knock it out of the park, to give the character closure in the trilogy he so aptly deserves. Apparently he dug it. Apparently he was in on it. But what happened? Well, I have theories over what happened, but we can talk about that here in a second. And then ultimately see if we could get him to come back in. Because I think this is going to be like that Tinkerbell clapping moment, right? I think that's what it is. I think we got to clap. We got to clap loud. We got to clap often. We got to clap like we're 13-year-old and discovering our body for the first time. We got to clap. Not get the clap, but just clap. And try to get people to come on board to support this thing happening here. Because while we probably don't need a Clerks 3, and let's be real, we probably don't need a Clerks 3. Kevin Smith almost died. And that, as a fan of his, as a big fan of his, that scared the shit out of me. And, you know, I want to see him complete these projects. I want to see him tell these stories, the stories that 20 plus years ago, we fell in love with him. It's been 25 years since they shot Clerks, or released Clerks, I think. It's been 25 years. Let's get a third one. But Smith does go on to say here that he doesn't want to replace Anderson with another actor, which is why I'm recommending the change.org petition. He says, I want it so badly, but I can't do it without him. It was written for him, but the Randall part is the whole movie. It's like Randall's flick. So unless he changes his mind, if and when he changes his mind, I doubt that will happen, then we can kind of move forward. I could never recast it because he is Randall, Jeff Anderson. And that's true. There's no other way to describe the character other than being Jeff Anderson. There's no other person who could be Randall than him. And 2 movies and 6 episodes of an animated series, and they animated a funeral scene from the Clerks X DVD from 14 years ago. That's what we got. Now, I have a feeling part of the problem is the fact that, you know, he ended up marrying the one woman that starred in there too, Caitlin Bree. He ended up marrying Caitlin Bree, and they broke up. And I'm just and this was before Clerks 2. But I'm wondering if she comes back, if that's a whole thing, if he's bringing it back around full circle, and it just kind of didn't work out. You know, I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't really want to speculate, but I think this is where the fans got to come into it, man. I think if the fans want to see the movie, if the fans want to see Jeff Anderson come back and nail it out of the park one last time to give us a 25-year journey of this character, of this slacker, of this video store employee from RST Video, right? Who I believe has shaped and modeled many people's sense of humors. When they think back to those movies and how they always laugh at him and how they always liked him, I think you know, I don't want to say he owes it to the fans, because I don't think that's fair, but I think we owe it to him to try to let him see that we are in line with this, that we want to make this thing happen. So, what do you guys have to say about this? Let me know in the comments below. Is this something you would sign? I'm just curious. I might make a whole thing about it. I might do it. And let me know in the comments. My name, of course, is Matt Jarbo. This has been $3 Theater. If you haven't already supported the channel via Patreon, you should. It's awesome. It really helps out. Or you could thumbs it up, subscribe, click that bell, check back often for more content from me. In fact, if you want to see more content, and I hope you do, you can do so right now.